something everyone could point to in the future on how organizations can work together and produce great things. The 4 nonprofits that jointly collaborated on this project have combined developed over 4,000 units of housing, with I think 390 units in this project, and it's a great feeling to be up here and just have a little part of something that means so much. So I'd like to thank everybody involved, all of the St. Nick staff, all of the electeds that have worked. They're not elected anymore, people have moved on, it's been a long road, but I'm glad with the result and I'm proud to have a little part in it. That being said, I can finish it up.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Scott, for that summary. There's a couple of other features. I appreciate that, Scott. We're co-founders of the Joe NYC. We see it as an important vehicle for expanding the capacity of nonprofit affordable builders to finance their projects, and it's been a smashing success. We thank David and Stanley for both coming out this morning. I also would like to recognize our housing advocates at UNO who are here today, as well as our St. Nick's Alliance board members, and our development team are here. Before I go any further, I also want to mention, in addition to the 390 units of affordable housing, the 4 partners also agreed workforce was an important part of not only this development, but also an important service to our community. And St. Nick's has had great success in IT, healthcare, as well as construction and customer service skills. And so it is our hope to relocate the St. Nick's Alliance Workforce Center, which is at 790 Broadway, virtually around the corner, to a new location here. And we take our hats off to our partner, Mega, who has committed to hiring locally and also committed to underwriting the cost of skilled training for our neighborhood residents. So we appreciate George and Hercules and your team for committing to that. Thank you again. One other thing I do want to mention is, so as Scott described aptly, it's nice to see that those proposal narratives still last right beyond the day we submit them. And so it was an apt summary of what we did. But then we all got to the table, we were committed to working together, and then we had to figure out how do we actually finance and develop the project, and how do we do it in a way that's equitable and all the partners had a fair shake. And we didn't know, for example, whether HPD would pick 1 building or 4 sites or 3 sites or 2 sites. And we need to give a big shout out to Frank Lang, St. Nick's Deputy Executive Director for Housing, who figured out this amazing formula for us all to work together. So thank you for that, Frank. For Throop Corners and so many affordable housing developments across the city, HPD and HDC are not only the regulatory agencies that guide projects to completion, they are the trusted partners with deep expertise, commitment, and creativity. HPD and HDC, they do the finance part of the business with their partner agency, HPD, made the bold decision to award the project to our 4-way partnership and Mega Development. And it wasn't a certainty they would do that, so we were very grateful that they took the risk. They recognize the significance and the value of the partnership and our ability to execute our development plans. For this, we are extremely grateful and look forward to delivering on the promise of a diverse, affordable, unified Broadway triangle. We are honored this morning to invite Ruth Pereira, who is the head of New York City Housing Development Company, as well as the newly appointed Deputy Director for Development from HPD, our long-term colleague, Ms. Kim Darker. If Ruth and Kim could come up together and speak on behalf of the city, thank you.